So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. On play action, Allen. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Operating from the red zone now, Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll run with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will strike first here in this wild card matchup. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Play action. It's Lawrence. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Here we go.
Handoff running left is Etienne. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Lawrence.
Finds his tight end Ingram.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Back to the ground with ETN.
And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They go play action now. Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run it again with Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. First down, here's the run with Cook.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. Allen now on first down. Finding Knox there, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Beating him there with his legs, 21 yards, first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run. And boy, they were successful.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage is in lockdown mode everywhere.
Complete. It's Johnson.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne.
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
From the 29, Allen. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Play action. Now it's Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 57 yards.
And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
That's 99 throw power.
Pass up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Inside the 20.
And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Jags grab it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Completes it to Evan Ingram.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Here's Cook again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 61 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter with Cook. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Now a first carry here for Robinson.
And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, just send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82. And the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. Up the middle, it's Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Running for it. Here's Cook. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it. 1st and goal. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago. That if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Allen will try to throw for it. It's caught at the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now Lawrence on first down. Johnson's got it complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On first and 10, it's Etienne. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
84 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Again, it's Cook. Always got some breathing room. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far. And that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30, the 40, 20. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On play action, Lawrence. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. He finds his man Johnson. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And the Jaguars are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Etienne will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Once more, Etienne.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars get a bit closer. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
They run again on first down. Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Cook following the penalty. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Allen off the play fake.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
3rd down. Here's a run by Cook.
Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Hey, let's go.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills will take over here just shy of the 30. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He hasn't been sacked all game, and there's an example as to why. Evaded the pressure, got out of the pocket, but even with the extra time, it doesn't translate into a completion.
On play action, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. He'll look to set up his blockers. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Another big play here as they strike for 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunky yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll run with ETN. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Lawrence. This is caught.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bills are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Uncorks one for Davis. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 30, the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.